Hello everybody, Anant here. Here's assuring you that it is your viewership that's goading me to further do research on these videos and make them as interesting as possible. In the last video, we ended up creating a kind of a prototype for a hospice center for terminal cancer patients. It was an inexpensive one. We had rented out a place with as close in resemblance to the theoretical model as possible. And the inmates were placed there for a period of 1 month, and the situation, every other factor was kept the same, whether it's palliative care, attendance by the doctors, prayer sessions, everything was kept the same, and testing was actually has to be done. Now, at the end of the testing sessions, certain facts were revealed. What were these facts that were revealed? It was found, the following were few of the facts that were revealed to them. We'll number a few of them that were revealed. It was found that when the patients were put in individual private wards, the pain they experienced was much more. Their feeling of why me alone further got reinforced because they were totally in isolation from the others. On the contrary, having a 3-storied building made them feel stifled. We found that very lot of congestion over there, and also there wasn't sufficient air movement, and there was a feeling of congestion, and a few even had height phobia. So having a 3-storied building had to be thought about. Coming to the flower beds, well, the flower beds were kept with good intentions. Bright colored zinnias, petunias, gerberas, but instead of calming down the patients, they got them more excited. The colors made them feel more excited and made them drawn more towards the material world, which went against the purpose of this palliative care center. Similarly, the cascading water, the constant sound of gurgling didn't really augur too well with them. However, the white exterior gave them a feeling of pristine, that they were living in a pristine surroundings. So these were a few of the findings that were observed regarding the architecture of this hospice care center. Well, these facts were available, so definitely the team of architects and horticulturalists have something in hand now to sit and work upon. Accordingly, what could be the modifications that could be made? A single ward would be not only occupying too much space, as we said, was a disadvantage, but at the same time a huge general ward would further feel congested. So a balance has to be struck, and hence the modification need is having a ward with just 4 beds, which would be something which is neither too much of isolation nor too much of congestion. Coming to the number of levels of the building, it was decided, or rather it can be decided, that having one single level would be better, because in any case there is a large amount of land of about 10 acres, if you remember, available. Having one level will reduce the feeling of claustrophobia. There will be more movement of air. There is a little bit of cool, little bit of nice sound around. They not feel that they are living in a hospital, but it's a kind of a home, hospice center that they're living. They feel good about it. Then, furthermore, coming to the flower beds had to be replaced because flowers were a strict no-no. So they could be replaced with shrubs and bushes in a very natural manner, but which were non-flowering. Could be ferns or ficus and many such plants. And the natural vegetation of the place with huge trees and creepers could be retained to make them feel much more calm. So the predominant color would be a natural green. And since there were natural water ponds, it was better to retain those water ponds because it was more soothing to the patients. At the same time, remember, it has to be a business design plan. So it is also much more cost effective, easier to maintain than fountains and cascades. And then one more thing that could be modified was the prayer room. it was better to have a high-ceiling prayer room with symbols of no single religion because of two things. One is the hospice center has the image of being religiously apolitical, no specific affiliation to any particular religion. At the same time, the patients are more drawn towards spirituality rather than any specific religion. So the prayer room had to be designed as a calm, simple, functional room which is high ceiling with no specific religious symbols, just a place for them to meditate. These were the modifications that could be made. Well, friends, when it comes to a prototype of this type, definitely it is a little more expensive. But I would like you to sit and brainstorm along with your friends who are watching this particular video, along with your co-viewers, to sit and work on a simple model, as I said, about a rocking chair for a senior citizen. How would you empathize with a senior citizen? How would you define his needs? How would you ideate on a rocking chair, try to bring about some modification? And how could it be tested? And how could a prototype be created and then tested? And if changes had to be made, how could it be brought about? With that, we do end these various stages, but we have more for it. For the time being, this would be good enough. Do practice this exercise, simple exercises which I have given, and you have the pause button in your hand. So have a wonderful day ahead. Hasta la vista, and a very good day to you. Thank you so much.